How people tracked time before. Clocks before the invention of mechanical timepieces, people relied on natural elements, bones, water, sand, incense, candles, and even stone structures to measure time. Today, we can check the time instantly using phones, computers, watches, and even our kitchen appliances. Atomic clocks, which power GPS systems, are so accurate they could stay precise to the second for billions of years. But long before this level of precision, ancient civilizations devised creative and practical methods to keep track of time. Here are 10 ways they did it, some of which remained in use even after mechanical clocks emerged in the 13th century. 1. Watching the skies. Before tools and instruments, humans looked to the heavens. The oldest forms of timekeeping are all about looking up at the sky, says Chad Orzel, a physics professor and author of A Brief History of Timekeeping. Celestial bodies like Sirius were key indicators. Egyptians linked its annual appearance to the Nile floods, while Greeks associated it with the sweltering dog days of summer. The patterns of the stars informed both time and mythology for thousands of years. 2. Calendar bones. Artifacts like the 20,000-year-old Ishango bone from the Congo feature tally marks some believe were used as lunar calendars, possibly to track menstrual cycles. Similar finds like the Lubombo bone from Eswatini and the wolf bone from the Czech Republic suggest that timekeeping was practiced even in the Stone Age. 3. Monuments. At Newgrange in Ireland, the winter solstice sunrise lights up an otherwise dark chamber once a year. This monumental clock would have helped early agricultural societies know when to plant or harvest. Other ancient sites like Stonehenge, Chichen Itza, and Angkor Wat were aligned with solar and lunar events, marking seasons and celestial movements. Modern-day equivalents, events like Manhattanhenge in New York City. 4. Sundials using shadows to tell time is ancient tech. Egyptian obelisks might have functioned as shadow clocks as early as 3500 BC. The first true sundials with dials and pointers appeared around 1500 BC, shortly after Egyptians adopted the 24-hour day. Sundials spread across the ancient world and are still used ornamentally today. 5. Water clocks. When sunlight wasn't available, water clocks, or clepsydras, took over. These devices let water drip at a steady rate to measure time, and were used in Egypt as early as the 16th century BC. They remained more accurate than early mechanical clocks, and were used well into the 1600s, even by Galileo. China's Susong built a complex water-powered clock tower in the 11th century, showcasing the tech's sophistication. 6. Mercury clocks. Water clocks faltered in cold or changing temperatures. In 10th century China, engineer Zhang Sixun replaced water with mercury for a more reliable flow. This principle later made mercury the standard in thermometers as well. 7. Astrolabes. Invented over 2,000 years ago, astrolabes measured celestial altitudes to determine time and location, crucial for navigation. Described as the original smartphone, these tools were used throughout the Islamic world and Europe during the Middle Ages until they were succeeded by quadrants and sextants. 8. Incense clocks. By the 6th century, Chinese people used incense sticks, spirals, and patterned powders to measure time by scent and burn rate. Used in homes, temples, geisha houses, and factories, incense even served as early alarm clocks, burning a thread to release bells. Chinese miners and tea factory workers used them well into the 20th century. 9. Candle clocks. Like incense, candles burn at a predictable rate. In 9th century England, King Alfred reportedly used 6 candles, each lasting 4 hours, to organize his day. The Chinese used knotted cords as timed fuses, even placing them between their toes as wake-up alarms. 10. Hourglasses. Though iconic today, the hourglass wasn't invented until around 1338 when it appeared in Italian art. Earlier clocks couldn't handle rough sea conditions, so sailors used hourglasses for reliable timing aboard ships. Despite their late arrival, they remained vital tools for centuries. Before the tick of a clock or the glow of a digital screen, time was measured with creativity, observation, and ingenuity, often rooted in nature and ritual.